Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon,
Good
sir.
afternoon,
So
sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
let's start with module 3. So module 3 is all about the web and the internet. Okay, so this module focusing on a little bit history of the internet. What are those? How does internet give a big impact to the society, and especially sa inyong side as a students, and also some like business. So lesson one, this module is composed of two lessons. We have the lesson one is the web, and the lesson two is we have the internet. Okay. So the World Wide Web or the web consists of information organized into web pages containing text and graphics and images. So the World Wide Web, or what we call WW, is a larger collection of interconnected documents or content. It contains hypertext links or highlighted keywords and images that lead to related information. A collection of linked web pages that has a common theme or focus is called a website. So the main page at all of the pages on the particular website are organized around a link back is called what we call home pages. So if you say World Wide Web, it is an information or group of information or group of text, group of image that is organized or collaborate, di ba? So collaborate siya or organized siya in a one page. That is what we call World Wide Web. So while a website is a link of a web pages. So website, for example, Facebook, diba? Google, those are what we call website. Homepage are those the page that the first nato nga makita if you open a website. Diba? For example, if mo type tag google.com, pag-load sa google.com, ang una nga mo appear nga page, that is what we call the homepage. Atong na iyang search box tapos word na Google. That is what we call the homepage. Okay. So browser is an application that enables with an internet connection to access and view web pages on a computer or a mobile devices. So we have different types of browsers. Diba? Natay Google, or some example of that are Google, we have Mozilla Firefox, those are what we call browsers. While home pages again is the first page that a website display. So current browsers typically support a tabbing browser. So, mali siya, di ba? For example, this is your homepage. Then, kanang tab na to nga makita, this is what we call tab browsing. We can open Facebook, we can open YouTube, we can open what kind of website ninyo you can open in a one page na siya. Diba? In a one o sa kayong ano lang. Ulit na to open multiple website, but in a one website we can open multiple pages. So a web page has a unique address called a web address or URL. So this is the part of your URL. Your URL composes of protocol, host name, domain name, path, and we have your web page name. For example, in a Facebook. Okay, so Facebook has I think all of the website has its own parts, diba? Naa siya yung mga parts. Napiuban na wala siya path dito ra siya of web page name. For example, Facebook. If you type here Facebook, so ang Facebook na siya HTTP, na siya host name which is the www, na siya facebook.com. .com is the .com is the domain name. .com, .gov, .gov, .net, .mil, .ph for the Philippines, .edu for education, and so on and so forth. The history is for the path. Diba? Asa siya nga next na page, and also this one. So natay http www.facebook.com/ pwede siya maadto sa home. If may unta nga home, meaning adto na siya dito sa home sa atong Facebook. user, for example, Kenneth. So meaning add to ko dito sa kuha nga profile. So that is the part of the web address or the URL. Okay. So web app is an application stored on a web server that you access through a browser. Web app hosts usually provide storage for users, data, information on their server known as cloud storage. Okay. Give me an example of a cloud storage.
Google Drive, sir.
Google Drive. What else?
iCloud, sir.
What else? iCloud. Diba? Then, napo tayo uban ng mga storage wherein applications like familiar with Fireload? Fireload is an example of a cloud storage. Naputay ka tong Meta, siguro to. I forget the name. That is Meta. That's example also of a cloud storage wherein you can store your data online and you can also access your data online as long as you have an internet connection and a device that could be used in terms of accessing that data. Next is we have, okay, we are going to skip that one. So Web 1.0 or the read-only static web. So it is an old internet that only allows people to read from the internet. First stage, worldwide link web pages and hyperlink web is used as information portal. So we use web to search information, to gather information, and to look for information. Web 1.0 are used, one purpose lang siya is to read and to gather information. It uses table to position and align elements on the page. So most read-only webs, it focuses on companies' home pages, dividing the World Wide Web into usable direction. It means the web is used for informational portals, and it started with the simple ideas but content together. So if you say Web 1.0, this is a type of website that wala mo'y transaction niya mahitabo. So for example, kanarang mga website nga for viewing na siya, wala siya add to cart, wala transaction niya. The only thing you do is to read the information, to view the information. For example, kanang mga websites sa mga LGU. There are some websites ni LGU nga mabasa lang nato kinsa ang mayor, what are the tourist spot in a city or in a municipality. That's example of a Web 1.0. Walay transaction or walay any kind of work or kanang walay transactions sa website. While example of this is we have mp3.com, home pages, directories, page viewers, HTML portals, and that one. So the disadvantage of Web 1.0 is it is a read-only web, limited user interaction. Why do you think limited user interaction? Because there is no interaction between a user and a sa computer. Kaya ang button lang ninyo is to mag-scroll, then gather information, at ganahan mo nga, where can I found, for example, Dumaguete or Manuyod, where can I found mga beaches?
Where can I find?
So that's so ato mo dito sa website, then for user ra siya, diba? So for user ra siya, walay transaction may tabo. You cannot book for reservation, and also lack of standards. Okay, so while Web 2.0, which is the read-write interactive website, it is more interactive. So a term used to describe a new generation of web services and application with an increasing emphasis on a human collaboration. There's an interaction between a human and the website. So example of this is kanang mga hotel reservation, diba? You can have transaction, you can book online. What else? Like Shopee and Lazada, you can do interaction, you can do add to cart, you can order or you can purchase online. So it is a platform that gives user the possibility, the liberty to control their data. So this is about user-generated content and the read-write web. So people are consuming as well as contributing information through blogs and sites. So it allows the user to interact with a page known as dynamic page. Instead of just reading a page, the user may be able to comment or create a user account. Dynamic page refers to the web page that are affected by the user input and preferences. So commonly, if you encounter a website that you required a sign-in mo or log in, so that is example of a Web 2.0. So there's an interaction between the user and the website. It focuses on the ability to the people to collaborate and to share information on online via social media, blogging, web-based, and communities. So mostly websites nowadays are 2.0. Like Facebook, like Twitter, like Instagram. You cannot access or you cannot join the social media, you cannot join the Facebook community if dili ka mo log in or di ka mo sign in. So you need to sign in. What's the problem in terms of signing in a social media? Nowadays, before, wala di pa Facebook is not connected with Google and the other mga platform. So we can log in website nowadays using Facebook and Google. Diba? If tapulan ta, we log in using our information because taas na kaayo like username, tapos full name, mangita pa siya requirements, we can do directly log in using Facebook account or Google account. Diba na rin button dito, Facebook or Google, dyan directly i-connect na nato ang for example, website, tapos register using Facebook or register using Google. What's the disadvantage of that? The data that is in the Facebook or the data that is being in the Google, that website can access the data nga naa sa inyong Facebook o naa sa inyong Google. If gabutang mo dito sa inyong Facebook, guys, all your information, your birthday, so about all your information, then access mo o sa ka website, then you are going to log in that website using your Facebook account. That website can access the data or the information that is being inputted in the Facebook. So be careful of that. Mabitaw ng not all ibutang na to sa Facebook, especially ka ng inyong birthday. I know you're familiar mo atong the post ang register or the PIO that do not share your load slip or post your load slip sa social media because that is confidential because na diha ang inyong birthday and inyong student ID. Once a student knows your student ID, maka-access na siya sa inyong file. Maka-access na siya sa iyong data or birthday. Actually, there are some people who can access your Facebook using birthday or using your email. So be careful of putting everything on, putting your information, everything on Facebook. Okay. So much better pag itong mag-login ka from the scratch because hilig man taog mga dito anay, di ba? Like food or hilig taog mga synthetic ng mga foods. So murag mas ganahan ta ka ng mas easy ra siya. So just one click then next na. The same ra na guys o you are going to install an application. I know some of you read the rules or the accept pero ang uban after installing the application next na siya. Then install next then finish. But what if ato siya nga application wala, if you download that application wala ra po mo gabasa sa review because if you download an application or even if you purchase an order sa Shopee o sa Lazada or any kind of e-commerce ng mga website, need do na siya guys na mubasa mo sa mga review and comments. Diba? So mao na ang one thing dun ninyo nga tan-awon, review and comments if legit ba jud ang mga product if you're going to buy in an e-commerce na website. Okay, so the same na siya ingon ana nga concept. Okay. So example of Web 2.0 are the following. First, under the social networking is the use of internet-based social media sites to stay connected with your friends, family, colleagues, customers, or clients, social network can have a social purpose, a business purpose, or both through sites such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, and Page. Okay. What will happen to Facebook nowadays? What have you noticed to Facebook? What happened? What have you noticed to the people who are using, or to the user who are using the Facebook? Guys, what have you observed? Hello? Kung sino-observe ninyo sa mga tao karon na gagamit og Facebook?
Walay
Toxic.
batasan ng
Toxic na ang uban, sir.
Correct.
Time.
Diba? Toxic. So, ang Facebook karon guys is himo nato siya o murag autobiography. Di ba ang autobiography nato sa una or biography nato sa na we are going to write that one sa notebook. Ato ang murag diary ra nato siya or diary before. But nowadays ang Facebook is himo na natong diary. Everything we do halos kada adlaw there are some asa ta mukaon gyud sa atong kuyog na lang gibutang og my day meaning mag-unsa. So we put that one on Facebook. Diba? Mag-away, Facebook. O bita ng manguyab sa Facebook, magbulag rapod sa Facebook. Diba? Mag-backbite. Diba? Diba kanay sa Facebook Japon. Pero mabasahan na Japon sa kontra. Be careful of, ang sakto si Jerisa, ang Facebook karon is toxic na siya. Okay man ang social media in terms of one way of communication and socializing, pero di po siya dapat abusaran or kanang di siya dapat kanon ba abusaran. Nainhitabo ana guys, there's a girl na kanang himo na niya ang Facebook og diary. Everything niya buhaton, every time asa siya kinsa yang kuyog, she posted that one on Facebook. Then there's a guy na kanang obsessed gani kay niya, kanang basta na guy nga na obsessed, nag-crush siguro ni guy si girl. Pero kato nga guy is lahi siya intention sa girl. Then one night, si girl ni post siya og I think kaon to siya together with her friends sa ka-restaurant. Then ni adto si guy. Then once after the dinner na mauli na. Then si girl na uli ra siya lang usa. Then dito na ang crime scene hitabo. Okay, what will happen? Gi-rape ang girl tapos ipatay. Sa ingon anak ba? So wala ta kabalo nga natay mga stalker ay, di ba? Or na ay mga naka-crush sa tuwa pero lahi ilang intention. So manang be careful of posting everything sa Facebook. Not only Facebook but also in other social media platform. Okay, that's the first example of the Web 2.0, which is the social networking. The second is we have the blogs. To discuss the information website published on the World Wide Web consisting of discrete, often informal diary style text, entries or posts. Posts are typically displayed on reverse chronological order so that the most recent posts appear first on the top of the web pages. So if you notice like Twitter, diba, or Blogger or Tumblr, so katong latest nimo nga post, mo dito siya kinaunhan. Diba? Unlike if you are going to use Messenger or text, ang latest nimo nga post maoy kinalasan. Diba? Ang kinaunhan man nimo nga post if sa Messenger siya or sa text, or ang kinaunhan nimo nga chat or text sa Messenger or sa text, ato na siya sa top kinaunhan. Pero ang latest nimo dili jud na siya sa katapusan, bali sa Facebook or bali sa blogs og sa Facebook. Okay. So, in terms of blogs, di ba? Like Twitter. So, Twitter is the reason for nanong there are some instances ng mga away. And if you notice karon guys, if you post sa Facebook, ang i-post nimo sa Facebook, automatic siya ma-connect sa imong Twitter, automatic pud siya ma-connect sa imong Instagram. Kasi nakatry na. I-auto-connect ninyo siya. Once you post in a Facebook, the one you posted in the Facebook, automatically it will posted also in Twitter and also in Instagram. Pwede na siya na ito na buhaton. Na settings ana sa Facebook, na setting ana sa Instagram, and also sa Twitter. For those who have Twitter and Instagram. Okay. Wikis. So, Wikis is a hypertext publication, collaborative, edited, and managed by its own audience directly using a web browser. So, a wiki contains multiple pages for the subject or a scope of the project and be either open to public or limited to use within an organization for maintaining its internal knowledge base. So, example is we have Wikipedia, Wikiversity, Wiktionary, Wikivoyage, Wikinews, WikiWiki, Wikibooks, Wikicode, Wikidata, and Wikispaces. So, common example ano guys is kanang Wikipedia. Okay. For me lang, nakabasa ko og article regarding Wikipedia. Wikipedia guys is not kanang fact na sources should as a research. Kaya ano, we can edit. Can you edit, try ko ninyo edit ang Wikipedia. For example, about computer, tapos na mo yung knowledge about computer. You can add you can add knowledge dito guys. Pwede mo maka-edit dito or na mo yung mga additional nga mga ika-contribute about sa computer. Pwede ka maka-edit dito sa Wikipedia. Na nakabutang dito, edit. Gamay na siya nga word, nakabutang dito nga edit. And pwede mo maka-contribute o inyo ha, a definition about computer. Then i-check na dyan po na sa taga-wiki, then ano inyong i-contribute if hindi siya the same, it's not the same with the na nasa wiki, pwede na siya mabutang. So Wikipedia is dili siya ingon nga kanang factor as a source of information. Next is we have video sharing sites. So a website that lets people upload and share their video clips with the public at large or to invite guests. So YouTube, LinkedIn, Photobucket, Flickr, Twitter, Dailymotion, MySpace, Facebook, Flickr, LinkedIn, balik naman ini. Okay, Vimeo Pro and MetaCafe. So actually, daghan siya in terms of a website wherein you can share a video from one person to another. Next is we have key features of Web 2.0. So Foxonomy allows user to categorize and classify arrange information using using keywords or tagging. Bubita nang naatay gitawag og mga hashtag, that's Foxonomy. Wherein, for example, hashtag engineering or hashtag CEA or hashtag Norso. If I will search the hashtag Norso, tanan niya post nagagamit og hashtag sa Norso, ma-categorize to siya or ma-classify or makita to siya. That's Foxonomy. Rich user interface. Content is a dynamic and responsive to user input. An example would be a website that shows local content. User participation. The owner of the website is not the only one who is able to put content. Others are able to place a content on their own by means of comments, reviews, and evaluation. So there are many websites wherein you can share your ideas, you can comment, you can reviews, and you can evaluate. That's a user participation. Like Facebook. Facebook is an example of a user participation. Long tail. Services are offered on demand rather than a one-time purchase. This is synonymous to subscribing to a data plan that charges you for the amount of time you spend on the internet or the data plan that you charge you for the amount of bandwidth you use. Okay. So we have also Web 3.0. So natay Web 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0. So what are those Web 3.0? So those are the read and write intelligent web. So suggested name by John Mart of the New York Times for the third generation of the web. In this generation, all the applications on the web or mobile will be upgraded with more features. It applies some principles as Web 2.0 or the two-way interaction. Web 3.0 will be more connected, open, and intelligent with semantic web technologies, distributed database, natural language processing, machine learning, machine reasoning, and autonomous agent. Semantic webs provide a framework that allows data to be shared and reused to deliver the web content specifically together with the user. It is a web of data, changes of the web in a language that can be read and categorized by the system rather than human. So, example of example of 3.0s are those websites wherein we can edit. So, website 3.0 is it is an upgraded 2.0 na siya or the two-way interaction. So, the same na siya of 2.0 pero naa siya read and write intelligence. So, for example, there are some websites that you can create your own personal website. Familiar mo Wix? Is familiar here of Wix? Ganang always mag-advertise sa YouTube. Wix.com. So Wix.com is a website wherein you can do your personal website. For example, you are a designer or a fashion designer. Tapos na kayo mga drawings dito. Then if you are going to apply a work in a fashion industry, so magita sila og portfolio. They're looking of a portfolio. So instead of bringing your design, kung imong ipang drawing, so you give them the link sa imong portfolio. Or if hili ka photography, you can do a website intended for photography sa Wix. So ang path ana is http://www.wix.com/ for example, Kenneth. So Kenneth, so if they will open that link, so they will go to my website which is connected siya to Wix. So nara Japon siya ay part sa URL address niya. So we have types of websites. So there are different types of websites. The first one is the e-commerce. It's a website people can directly buy products from. You probably use a number of e-commerce websites before most big brands and plenty of smaller ones have one. Any website that includes a shopping cart and a way for you to provide credit card information to make purchase falls into category. As long this website are those websites, as long as you are using add to cart and you pay either cash on delivery or using credit card, will fall on this website. So commonly na atay sa mga website ano ba na example. If you say e-commerce, electronic commerce website, sa mga example ano yung website? Ano one? Example of e-commerce na website. Hello?
Shopee, sir, or Lazada?
Correct. Shopee and Lazada. What else?
Zalora, sir. Then
Zalora. What
Amazon, sir.
else?
Amazon.
Okay. So,
Alibaba, sir.
common, that's the common, di ba? That's the common e-commerce. Pero, ang common region within the Philippines is for those like kita, like Shopee region of Lazada, because mostly magod ang ilahang money diha is more ang money sa uban niya e-commerce will be dollar na siya. So like Shopee and Lazada is more on peso siya. So in terms of the e-commerce website, be careful of buying products in an e-commerce website. Samot na okay rag if you buy in Alibaba, Amazon, Zalora, legit na siya, but ang mga product or mga sellers sa Shopee o Lazada, there are some mga scam. Na-report guys, I've read an report sa Facebook. Kato siya, a boy buy I think 50,000 laptop sa Lazada. Then ang naabot sa iya is kanang cartoon dun sa laptop pero ang sulod is bato worth 40,000. Kato siya nga kwarta is inusan pa to sa iyang parents para sa online class niya. So yun ana ba? If you buy a product in an e-commerce, be sure to read first the reviews and comments. Okay? Before atong basihan jud ang reviews and comments. Pag matter man jud sa presyo, price, the brand, and also kanang reviews and comments. If you buy a shoes, try nyo basa ng uban na uban niya if they order a white color, lain na color ang maabot or maabot sa ila is puro left or puro right ra siya nga shoes. So try to check the reviews. The more good reviews ang mabasa or ang naa, or the more reviews ang naa, the more siya nga mas legit ang iyang nga ang seller. So business website is any website that devoted to representing a specific business. It should be branded like business, the same logo and positioning, and communicate the types of products or services and the business offers. So there are many business website or like diba? Jollibee is an example of a business website or na company nga intended for business. Ang makita na to sa logo or ang ilahang branding is the same ra Japon sa website. If you say Jollibee, they are using red. If you visit the website of Jollibee, they are using red. So the concept for Japan is still there. The branding still there. Okay. Next is we have entertainment website. If you think about entertainment browsing habits, you can probably think of a few websites that you visit purely for entertainment purpose. Example of an entertainment website, anyone?
TikTok, sir.
What else?
Facebook, sir.
What else?
YouTube, sir.
YouTube. YouTube yun, before ang Facebook o TikTok na mo siyang entertainment website or which ang Facebook magod is daghan na siya. Pwede na siya ma-vlog, pwede na siya entertainment, pwede na siya social media or social media website. Okay. Most popular days before until karon is kanang YouTube. Diba? You can do watch movies, listen to music in a YouTube na website. Portfolio website are sites devoted to showing example of a past work. Service providers who want to show potential client the quality of the work they provide can use a portfolio website to collect some of the best sample of the past work they've done. So this type of website is simpler to build than a business website and more focused on a particular task collecting work sample. Okay, if you say portfolio website, as what I have an example inyo like if you are going through a fashion, so or photography, so you can make a website in a website. So katong wix.com, you can do a portfolio out of that. For example, photography. So you can make a website in a website about photography in a Wix. Then if you want to apply in a studio, then ganahan mo apply as a photographer. Instead of bringing mga soft copy or mga printed na mga pictures na imong shoot, why do you pass the link of your portfolio? So ako, I'm using wix.com for my two portfolio, which is the graphics and animation and also for photography. So if naay client ako in terms of wedding or birthday, nga ganahan mo tan-out sa mga pictures or mga design, so akong ihatag nila ako ang link instead of sending them mga pictures. So that's example of a portfolio website. Next is you have media website. It's collect news, stories, or other reporting. There's some overlap here and entertainment website. But media websites are more likely to include reported pieces in addition to or instead of content made purely for entertainment. So media websites are for those. There's a combination of entertainment, but in terms of the media website, it is focusing on mga news or mga stories or usually mga documentary. Like, na yung mga website sa Animal Planet or Discovery Channel na website, Discovery Channel na website ana, diba? Sa NN, that's example of a media website. Next. So brochure websites are a simplified form of business website for business that know they need an online presence but don't want to invest a lot into it. Maybe You're confident you'll continue to get most of your business from other sources. A simple brochure site that include just a few pages and lay out the basic of what you go and provide contact information may be enough for you. So, I've not visited a brochure website, pero kita ko sample ani, wherein, for example, like Avon, diba? Kanang Avon, if mutanaw ta sa Avon, natay mga different styles sa t-shirt, different color. For example, this kind of t-shirt. So what if ingon ani ang color sa t-shirt? If size niya is ang size sa laki is dako ang laki. So ingon ani ang size style sa t-shirt. So ingon ana ang style sa brochure website niya. Brochure siya, Avon siya nga style, catalog siya, pero in a website way. Okay. So non-profit website is the same with a business need website to be their online presence, non-profit to do as well. A non-profit website is the easiest way for many potential donors to make donation and will be first place many people look to learn more about non-profit and entertainment if they want to support. Example, Red Cross. Diba? There are some website na wherein pwede ta maka-donate, or for example, Red Cross, we can donate blood. Diba? There are some websites na we can donate money. So that's example of mga non-profit website. Then educational website. So these websites of educational institution and those offering online courses fall into the category of educational websites. So example, Google Meet, Google Classroom, Edmodo. So those are example of educational website. So what's the website that is being used in education? Infopreneur website. This website is a little bit business and e-commerce website, but they represent a unique type of online business. Infopreneurs create a sell information product that could be in a form of courses, tutorial, videos, or ebook. Okay, example, ani guys, is familiar mo Coursera? Who is familiar here of Coursera? Okay, Coursera is a website wherein pwede mo enroll dito. For example, ganahan mo eskwela o graphics or animation for 1 year. So, eskwela mo ito 1 year with pay na mo bayad mo, then naamoy certificate or diploma. So, eskwela mo dito is a course or tutorial wherein eskwela mo dito, then after a year mo, graduate mo through online, then naamoy diploma or certificate that you are finished of a graphics or animation. So, that's example of an infopreneur website. So, daghan kay mga website like Microsoft. Microsoft, if ganahan mo imong ay Microsoft Ambassador, eskwela mo ana through online na ay mga exams, na sila mga courses, enroll kag different types of courses para mahimo kang Microsoft Ambassador. Next is your personal website. Not all websites exist to make money in some way or another. Many people find value in creating personal websites to put their own thoughts out into the world. This category include personal blogs, vlog, and photo diaries people share with those. So, mamao siya style of portfolio, pero ang portfolio lang guys is mura siya kanang mga works from the past. Ang personal website lang nimo is mura siya mga vlog lang nimo. Namangoy mga person na hilig sa samot na usay kalainan og vlogs day og vlogs. Anyone? If you say vlogs, kanang letter B.
Video, sir.
Video, sir.
Ang vlogs. What if ang VLOGS?
Video, sir. Then ang vlog, sir, kay kanang Rashag diary gani.
Right. So that's the difference. The vlogs and vlogs. Muna siya ang kalainan between the two. Okay. So web portal are often websites designed for internal purposes at a business, organization, or institution. They collect information in different formats from different sources into one place to make all relevant information accessible to the people who need to see it. Okay, nakaabot mo sa student portal ninyo? Wala. Nakatry mo sa student portal ninyo sa Nurso?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But today you cannot access your student portal, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, dili na, sir.
So that's example of a web portal. That's for business or organization wherein you can access your file or your information bisag asa as long as you have connection. Diba? Kasi makita ninyo sa inyong web portal, di ba, ang inyong grade. But I don't know
Yes,
what
sir.
happened nung nawala ang inyong student portal. Much better man to if naamoy student portal, kay dili na mo magpa-evaluate. For those mga scholars, pwede na siya ninyo katura in mga screenshot tapos print. Diba? As long as makita ninyo ang inyong grade kaysa mag-hassle mo in terms of magpa-evaluate. Magpa-evaluate pa mo message pa mo sa inyong in different colleges kung asa mo ganahan magpa-evaluate. Tapos sa sobra kadaghan sa students, dili pa mo ma-entertain. So, I don't know what happened nung i-down nila ang ilahang student portal. Ang plan mo sa Norso guys is gamaan mo og educational email. What is educational email? For example, kang Jane Villasilo. So, ang iyang email anak would be Jane Villasilo at norso.edu.ph. So, gamaan ang students of ingon anak. So, meaning you are enrolled in Norso, which is an educational institution located in the Philippines. Kaya email niyo guys, na po na siya path. For example, Jane Vilosilo at norso.edu.ph, which means Jane is in Norso, enrolled in Norso, which is Norso is an educational institution and located in the Philippines. Kanang .ph is a domain name na siya. That's an example of a domain name. So, wiki or community forum website, example ano guys, katulang wiki o Wikipedia, kung maura na siya. So, here are some other types of website, additional. So, we have search engine, media sharing, educational, wiki and collaboration, entertainment, mapping, informational and research, bookmarking, business and government, health and fitness, banking and finance, retail and action, online social network, news, weather, sports, and other mass media, blogs, science, travel and tourism, careers and employment, e-commerce, portals, content aggregation, and website creation and management. So here are some example or types of website. So web publishing. So web publishing is the creation and maintenance of website. How do you create a website? So here are some steps. If you say step by step, meaning video na siya, in order do na siya. Bito ng give an for example, mana inyuhang see always yun siya basta mag-exam. Okay, enumerate or give the step by step in terms of cooking an egg. Mutana pa ng students in order, sir. Ba step by step yan, mutana pa. So, the same na guys of making a website. In terms of creating a website, so first thing and foremost is plan the website. You ask yourself first or in a group, unsay website atong buhaton? What website or type of website akong gamon? Either an e-commerce, either a social network, or so on and so forth. Next is we have designed the website. Okay, say design sa akong website in terms of what typography or what color should be in the website. Ang color nimo sa website, guys, in terms of design the website, it depends on the target audience. Meaning, for example, if you create a website that is intended for kids, so ang imuhang color that is being used or the typography or the typeface na imong gamiton for making a website is pang kids na color. You are not going to use atong website na color na for mga matured colors. Kaya naman tayo color na matured, na patay color na kind of light lang siya. So more on light colors ka. After you are done planning the website and designing the website, this is the critical part niya, which is create the website. It takes patience to create this one. It takes time to create a website. It takes a month or a year to create a website. samot nag ikaw lang isa. Pero once the collaboration mo or the team mo or in a group mo, mas madali siya. After creating a website host, okay, find a host. Either ako ba ni siyang what kind of domain I will going to use. For example, if you are going to use an e-commerce na website, so ang imong host ana is .com yun na siya because .com stands for commercial. If you are going to make or plan a website that is being used in the government, so ang host sa imong website or domain sa imong website will be .gov, stands for .government. So after hosting your website, so okay na siya. Maintain. For example, e-commerce. So ang host name is .com. You are maintain the website. How to maintain your website? In order to maintain your website, for example, additional product, na maligya ka sa ibang e-commerce, what will happen if nakay additional product or nakay lain yung product ni mong ibaligya? Or naay mga, for example, in terms of maintaining the website, it depends on the feedback of the user. For example, mana nga user, kindly, ang imuha nga website is, kayo ka ng, the color is not good, basta ka ng mga mag-base maguta, importante ang feedback sa user, di ba? If you read mga reviews sa e-commerce, usapan na siya. So diha mag-base in terms of maintaining the website. Okay. So I will discuss multimedia next week because almost time naman ta. And also, I will give your midterm project next week. That is by group. Ako ra ang mupili sa group kung saan ang member, ako ang mupili sa member, mga 4 to 5 members in a group siguro. Okay? So question so far, guys?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Kuan day, sir ba? Kanang mananghid daon ta ko, sir. Kay karon nga sem, sir, kay gitagan ko ani nga subject, sir, pero katumanggong first year ko second sem kay naa na magud ko ani nga subject tapos ikaw mabud ako ang kon ato, sir. Ako ang instructor. Then
Sa
nana
G10?
pud grad. Oh. Kay dapat man unta mathemat GE4 ta to, sir, nya kay nahuddan makog slot ato nga time.
Dayon.
Dayon mo tong ni ask ko sa department, sir, tapos ilang giusab akong load slip then karon naabot.
Pero nanakay grado ani? G10?
O na nakagrado, sir.
I will
Ni
check.
PM ko nimo. Oo.
I-PM ko sa i-check ra
Oh.
na ako tapos i-check ra na kay if nanakay grado pwede nakadili mo sulod ani din. Katora ang i-carry out nako sa pero ang load slip nimo karon is na G10 wala.
Naa to siya G10, sir, nya. Ako man gikuan gireklamo sa department, sir, tapos ilang giilisdan.
So wala na kay G10 karon.
Oo.
So I will check ra sa kuan ako nga i-check sa finalist na kay finalist na bago for the students or
Yes, sir.
enrolled sa kuan. So tayo
Napo niya ako gi-PM nimo, sir. Ako man gikuan nimo dito, sir. Ako ang grade at una.
ay naapamlikas lista na ako lagi.
Gani, sir, kay karon pa mang 11 niabot tong bag-o nga load slip, sir. 11 ka
Okay,
gani ng
so
buntag.
if sa final listing dara gyapon kay GE10 na nakay grado so ay nagsulod na ako taga na tikaw grado dito. So based sa imong mga previous nga grade.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Nalangad ako, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
how about the others? Question? Guys?
Wala na, sir.
Okay, attendance. Abhelina Bundo. Baldosa.
Present, sir.
Banwa. I will call you once, Ra. Banwa.
Sir, Banwa present.
Bolenjito. Bolingot.
Bulingot present, sir.
Buena Vista.
Buena Vista present, sir.
Kabahog. Kabasag.
Hello to sir.
Kabasag, present, sir.
Lago.
Present, sir.
Kailo. Cañete.
Present Cañete, sir.
Codera.
Codera, present, sir.
Conzon.
Present, sir.
Echevarria.
Echeverria, present, sir.
Ferrer.
Ferrer, present, sir.
Francisco.
Francisco, present, sir.
Garcia. Gonzales.
Present, sir.
Gonzales.
Gonzales, sir, present.
Haro.
Present Haro, sir.
Amito. Khalil.
Khalil, present, sir.
Hada. Larona.
Larona, present, sir.
Maongko. Maongko.
Maongko, present, sir.
Mimis.
Memis, present, sir.
Moran. Nunez.
Nunez, present, sir.
Onyes. Pico. Ike.
Present, sir.
Ragusta.
Ragosta, present, sir.
Ramirez.
Ramirez, present, sir.
Agon. Santillan. Secreto. Tanoy.
Tanoy, present, sir.
Tansico.
Tansico, present, sir.
Tumibang. Tumimbang. Tubak.
Tubak, present, sir.
Tumarong.
Tumarong, present, sir.
Valerio.
Valerio, present, sir.
Victoria.
Victoria, present, sir.
Velosilio.
Villusilio, present, sir.
Vinsan. Vinson. Bakay.
Wakay, present, sir.
I think everybody was called.
Sir, wala mi na.
Yes, Mr.
Sir.
Comment,
Sir.
Name ninyo gani?
Maxi.
Bago mo dawat yung load slip?
Paula,
Yes, sir.
Bago
Sir,
sir.
last week, sir.
pagoro may kadawat, sir. Let's do it.
Okay, wait lang. I will take a screenshot usaha. Okay, kindly turn on your cameras. Okay, kasi nabay klase ang uban. Sina? Magkuha niya ta guys, maghimo niya mong tarpaulin na kamo ang model, tapos mag-photography ta. I will have a photography contest kaya natay topic nga natay discussion yung photography. So tulo siya, portrait, tawo ang inyong i-picture, landscape, o I forgot itong katulo. So may photography ta contest sa duha ka section sa GE na to. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, smile. So sa photography unya ninyo, di ko mag-base sa gadget. Bahalag you are using mobile, basta importante ang output ninyo. Kaya natay rules in terms of making photography. Okay? For those natawag na ako, thank you for your time. Stay safe, God bless, and have a wonderful afternoon. For those wala pa, kindly remain. I will check sa the list of the students.
Bye, sir.
Isa tayo wala gani?
Sige, sir.
Ako, sir.
Herculio, sir.
Alayon, sir.
Ako,
And
sir.
then,
Ako, sir. Paula, sir.
Das Abundo?
Merchant, sir.
Abundo wala? Section B, G10. Wait lang ha. Abundo, Baldosa. Baldosa. Banwa, Bilongita, Bonavista, Cabahog, Cabasag, Calago, Cataylo, Canete, Cordera, Punzon, Chavera, Firet, Garcia,